Alright, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to use the animation gizmo for Rec Room. Alright, so let's go to the wall and I'll show you how to do it. First, open your watch menu, go to backpack, you'll see make pen, press use, and it'll spawn right in front of you. Or if it's favorited, you can reach behind your back and grab and it'll be right there. It's as simple as that. Open your watch menu and go to tools and make sure that create is on. Go to palette and then search up animation gizmo, and it should be this one right here. And you can go to tools and there's snapping up at the top. If you turn on grid, you can snap it perfectly, so that's just what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to put it right there. Alright, so you're just going to want to spawn in something that you want to animate, and then you're going to want to go into tools and select all that you want to animate. And if you select something that you don't want to animate, like how I selected the floor and like this base, just click on whatever you don't want to animate, and then it'll have a green box around what is selected to animate. Then go back into tools and go to connect, and then over on this little gold part you'll see this gear, and hold down and you'll see this wire, and then bring it over to whatever you have selected, and it'll say object added to animation. You probably don't see it, but it'll pop up on your screen. Then you go back to your makeup menu and tools and go edit, and you point at the animation gizmo, and then you click the trigger and it'll bring up this little UI thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a simple walking animation. The first frame is gonna be this, then I'm gonna do add, then I'm gonna select all that I want to move, and then I'm gonna do move, and then I'm going to move it kinda just however I wanna move it, like this. That's kind of going through the wall. And then this one, since it's a walking animation, this foot would be on the opposite side and it would actually be touching the ground. Like this. Then I add another frame. So if it's a walking animation like this, if it starts off with an animation like this, select all of it, then press this copy button, and then this is my first frame where he's taking these first steps, and then the next frame, you paste, and it'll put it to the animation, it'll put it to the position of the thing that you copied, of like the position you copied. Alright, then I make a new frame, and I take move, and I just do the opposite of what I just did. So right now I'll select this arm, and it'll be going this way, like this. And then I'm gonna do something with the head, so his head kind of bobs up and down. So I'll make it when he's here, his head goes up a little, and then when he's also here, his head goes up a little. Like that. And now I can watch my animation. But you see it's kind of like wonky. So what you're going to want to do is don't select anything, and the smooth button, just enable that on every frame so it'll be smooth like this. It might be a little wonky. Just kind of go back, and if you select something, you'll see the trail that it takes. So just kind of adjust stuff until it actually looks good. I don't know why sometimes it jumps. It just kind of does that. So for some parts, if you select it, and you can turn off smooth, so it won't be smooth, and it makes it'll make it look better, and it'll look nicer. And then when you're done with the animation, you can press done and do configure, and then configure the animation gizmo, and you'll see this thing here, loop. So if you just want an animation to loop, it'll go to the end, and then it'll start back at the beginning, and then it'll go to, and then when it gets to the end, it'll start back at the beginning, and when it gets to the end, it'll just keep going. But if you do ping pong, it'll start, go to the end, then it'll go up, then it'll go backwards, like it'll reverse the animation, then it'll go forwards, then it'll go backwards, then it'll go forwards, then it'll go backwards. And you're gonna want that if you're doing just a simple idle animation. And I like to keep stop at end on, so if you stop it, it'll stop at the end frame, and if you do stop at start, it'll stop at the start frame. But once you have either mode, the playback mode on, you can configure this little 0 right here, and it'll be play, and just turn it on to 1, and then you get to see your animation. Like, here's mine. And it's kind of basic, but it's pretty good. And then also, since mine's in the wall, you can actually move the animation gizmo, and the whole animation will move with it, so you can just see kind of, oh, we don't want that. How you can just kind of see how it walks even when it's not like in the animation. And it's kind of wonky because it's smooth, but that's just kind of it. So now it's stop at end. If I do that at 0, then it stops at the end. We'll start it again, and then we'll turn off stop at end and do stop at start, and then we'll turn it off. And when it's done, it'll stop at the start, like that. And that's basically how to use the animation gizmo. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.